Earlier today, Congressman Tom Davis of Virginia attended a town hall meeting to talk about his support for the war in Iraq. He's joined by Rand Beers, a former terrorism advisor in the Bush administration, and John Bruhns, an Iraq war veteran. This event was hosted by the group Americans Against Escalation in Iraq.
If anybody has any questions, please go to the back table, and the people back there would be happy to give you a card, and you can write your questions down to submit to the panel once we're done speaking. Thank you. Okay, looks good. Okay, my name is John Bruhns. I'm with Americans Against Escalation in Iraq. I am an Iraq war veteran, and I will be moderating this event, and I want to welcome all of you and thank you all for joining us today. It's a real pleasure. Our first speaker today is going to be Sister Mary Lucey. She is a sister of St. Francis from Philadelphia. She's now serving as the Associate Director for Social Mission for the Leadership Conference of Women Religious with offices in Silver Spring, Maryland. The Leadership Conference is an association of leaders of congregations of Catholic women religious in the United States with approximately 1,500 members who represent 95% of 68,000 women religious in this country. And she will start us off with a prayer, Sister.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate this invitation. Before I offer the prayer, I will set it in the context of where my particular organization has been about this war in Iraq. And as John said, we are a group of leadership of Catholic sisters in our country. And I told Representative Davis we have one of those groups in his district here in Virginia. I hope you will pardon me for the sake of time. It's very limited that I will read what I want to share with you. During the annual assembly of the Leadership Conference held earlier this month in Kansas City, Missouri, several hundred, approximately 500 of our members walked in silent procession to the memorial of World War I, the war to end all wars, where we prayed for peace, recalling the public statement our conference had made in August 2005. Quote, "The ongoing war in Iraq is taking an immense toll on human life, not only of the young men and women in the military, but also of the lives of innocent civilians of all ages. This war has caused untold damage to the land and to the infrastructure of Iraq. We also have grave concerns about the alienation and diminishment of the moral and political leadership of the United States in the world community. In accord with Pope John Paul II and the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, the Leadership Conference of Women Religious opposed military intervention in Iraq before the war started. In August 2002, LCWR, my organization, issued a public letter to President Bush and his cabinet stating our strong conviction that military action against Iraq would be both ill-advised and ultimately ineffective. Our members declared that we must take seriously the gospel challenge to seek, pursue, practice peace through just and nonviolent means, and urged the President not to order a preemptive strike against Iraq, stating that it would in fact be an unprovoked initiation of a war contrary to international law and religious ethics. After the preemptive strike occurred in March 2003, we again wrote to the President expressing our great sadness and urged an immediate cessation of all U.S. aggression against the people of Iraq. Since that time, our members, holding fast to the gospel and Catholic social teachings, have continued to publicly oppose this war as we continue to pray for all who are involved. We support the call of our bishops for a responsible transition in Iraq, with U.S. troops leaving sooner rather than later. We continue to call on our government to bring this war to an end through diplomacy involving the Middle East region, specifically Syria and Iran, assurance of resources for the development and reconstruction of a country that has been destroyed, and a responsible withdrawal of troops. We also have great concern for the thousands of Iraqis displaced by this war and urge our government to abide by its promise to accept many more Iraqi refugees than it has to date. And so to open this meeting today, I offer to God, by whatever name our particular religious tradition calls the Creator, a short prayer our members prayed at the World War I Memorial a few weeks ago, and a short excerpt from the World Peace Prayer, Prayer for World Peace of Pax Christi USA, Catholic Peace Organization. God, we ask you to bless our men and women in uniform and all who are impacted by this war in Iraq. Bless all our Iraqi brothers and sisters suffering so severely because of this war. Give strength to all families at home. Give courage and perseverance to those who work for peace at home and peace around the world. And to those of us gathered here today, grant us, O God, peace within, that we might become the peace we seek. We ask, O God, for the grace to be our best selves. We ask for the vision to be builders of the human community rather than its destroyers. We ask for humility as a people to understand the fears and hopes of other peoples. We ask for the love it takes to bequeath to the children of the world to come more than the failures of our own making. We ask for the heart it takes to care for all the peoples of Afghanistan and Iraq, of Palestine and Israel, as well as for ourselves. This we ask forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you very much, Sister Mary Lucey. Now I want to introduce Bob Petrusak. Bob is very active in political grassroots activities in Congressman Davis' district, the 11th Congressional District of Virginia. Bob Petrusak.
Thanks very much, John. I'm a resident of Fairfax County, and since the summer of '02, I've been a very vocal opponent of the war in Iraq. And I've come to know Congressman Davis over these years. We've had our disagreements, but I've come to respect him very much as a congressman who always finds time to hear the concerns of his constituents. And I also have come to respect Tom's expertise in foreign affairs, his stature in Congress, and I feel if there is a statesman who is capable of stepping up to the plate and bringing us a responsible exit from Iraq that's going to bring our sons and daughters home in a way that's not going to send them back shortly thereafter, it's Tom Davis. Thank you.